Eswatini is the only surviving absolute monarchy in Africa. The country is ruled by His Highness King Mswati III. He has the power to appoint a political leader in the form of a prime minister. Eswatini is, however, currently experiencing waves of pro-democracy protests. Student unions and various formations are pushing for reforms. Every struggle is casualties and heroes. This pro-democracy movement is not an exception. Some political leaders have been locked up in prison. Some heroes still shout a luta continua. Today, on the African context, we are hosting such a brave soul. Welcome to the show, Nkululeko Freedom Gama.
Thank you very much for having me in the show.
You are a police officer in Eswatini. For how long have you been in the service?
This is my 6th year. I got into the service in 2015.
Oh, that's great. So you are quite a senior.
Yeah.
And if you can help our viewers and followers that are throughout the continent, what is the reason behind the current ongoing protests in Eswatini that has forced police officers out of their camps and the army out of their barracks?
The greatest reason people are protesting in Swaziland and are all over the streets is mainly because of the unstable system of governance that is currently in place now. People are tired of the Tinkundla system of government, which solely derives its power from the monarch. So a lot of people are fed up with the system because it does not represent the interest of the people. So that is why everyone, young kids, everyone is on the streets. They just want to have a government of the people.
This is very interesting and quite refreshing coming from a police officer. At least 2 pro-democracy MPs, Mtandeni Dube and Batete Mabuza, have been arrested. How do you feel about these arrests?
The arrest of the 2 MPs is really shocking. It shows that in the country currently, you cannot even trust anything, even the law, because the laws that have been violated, the so-called laws that have been so-called or alleged to have been violated by these MPs are draconian. I can say they are draconian laws, because these are laws that are enacted to suppress dissenting views. The arrest of these 2 shows exactly the very same things the people are protesting about in the streets.
And we are in 2021 and getting that kind of reaction from the powers that be. You recently sent out a warning to other police officials that there are not 2 sides. It's only one side of the people. What do you mean by that courageous statement?
For a long time, especially in Africa, law enforcement agencies are used by leaders to suppress the people, whereas in the context of law enforcement agencies, they are there to protect, to save and protect the people. So if the authorities are you cannot have a police service or an army defending 10 people out of about 1 million the population of about 1 million people. That is absurd. That is why I'm saying we are a police service that is supposed to defend the people. There are no 2 sides here. You cannot say you have to defend the authorities and the people. When there is a disagreement between the authorities and the people that are represented by the authorities, definitely you have to choose the side of the people. We are here to serve and protect the people of Swaziland. That is why I strongly believe everyone, every law enforcement agency should always choose the side of the people.
For those who are just joining us, we are hosting Nkululeko Freedom Gama, who is a police officer in Swaziland. Are you not afraid of losing your job?
My friend, you know, even my family, we sometimes talk about that. Here, people lost their lives. There are people who lost their lives, who paid the ultimate price of losing their life. If I can be afraid of losing my job, it means I'm a coward if there are some people who have already lost their lives. We cannot live in comfort or get paid at the end of the month, whereas there are people who have lost their life because of this draconian system. We cannot.
I don't know how police officials in SAPS in South Africa feel about this. I don't know how police service in Zimbabwe, ZRP, feel about this. I don't know how police officers in Nigeria police force feel about this. I also don't know how those in Mozambique Republic Force feel about what you are saying just now. How are you being treated by fellow police officials and your superiors after taking such a bold stance?
I can say some junior officials in the police service are on my side. Though they are afraid of losing their jobs, though they are afraid of being victimized, but quite a number of junior officers are on my side. As for those who are in the executive, definitely I am an enemy of those in authorities or those in the executive structures of the police organization. But I'm not shaken, because I know that the word of truth or the ways of truth will always trump. So every day I get strength from the fact that I know that what I'm doing is the right thing to do. Even those who are opposing me or those who are victimizing me, they know the real truth, that this man is standing for the truth. This man is telling what is supposed to be happening. We have to defend our people. We don't, because I once had an interesting encounter with the authorities, called to the police headquarters. And I was asking myself, is it really a crime, or is it really a disciplinary offense to tell my fellow colleagues that they must stop brutal police brutality, or beating, assaulting, and even shooting to kill our people who are protesting, which is protesting is part and parcel of the rights enshrined in the Swazi constitution. So I get different reception from the police service. Some are for, some are against.
Oh, that's very profound. And what is your advice to other police officers throughout the African continent? We recently saw what happened to police officers in Zambia when the new president came into power. He had to get rid of those officials who were anti-democracy. What do you say to them?
The only thing I can say to police officers, especially around Africa, is that policing is a profession, and it is a global profession. You know, we tend to use the laws that are usually erected by the authorities in our country, instead of looking at the profession globally. You know, if you can look at it in a global context, the profession is centered at servicing the people, serving and protecting the people. That is all. So if you can do that, every police officer in the African continent, if you can stick to the mandate of serving and protecting the people, Even if the regimes can change, this leader comes, the other leader comes, party after party, everyone. If you stick to your main mandate or your main duty, I'm telling you, history will absorb you. I'm telling you, the people will always be happy, because you cannot have a police service or a police officer fighting the people, because at the end of the day, the people will always win, my friend. Every police officer, you are the servant of the people. Please serve and protect the people of our beautiful continent. That is all I can say.
Thank you so much for spending time with us here on the African continent, on the African context. While today on the African context, we focused on the burning fires in Eswatini and the smoke all over Africa. We know that even role models in democracy, such as the United States, have serious issues when it comes to the operations of the police department. Memories of George Floyd quickly come to mind. Today, on the African context, we paraded Nkululeko Freedom Gama, who is choosing principles ahead of political allegiance. We hope Bakede Mabuza and Mtandeni Dube pro-democracy MPs who were arrested and charged under the Terrorism Act in Eswatini get a fair trial. May peace and democracy prevail in Mbabane. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Aluta continua.